Recording in progress. It said DC here. Hi, guys and gals. And look who's with me, or we are together. It's another one of our collabs. I am with Tweetness. And today, actually, we're going to chat about something that we've been doing together for many, many, many years, collabs. But we had a birthday in our collabs not too long ago. Two of our very important people in the collabs, one turned 11 and one turned 10. Does anybody recall? I wonder.
I think well, Addison will turn 11 in August, but close enough. Or is she?
That's
Yeah.
interesting because
Yeah.
that means that we started doing the first, I'll almost say superheroine collab 11 years ago. That was Wonder Witch. And that was together with Helen and Dave. And we were very silly, weren't we? I mean,
Yeah, that was a fun video.
And we had a fun, it was a mixture of Wonder Woman, Wizard of Oz, and yeah, a whole bunch of silly things.
Bernie tried to get on a witch's broom and fly off.
That's right. And then 10 years ago,
and we melted him.
That's right. She melted me just like the wicked witch. And then 10 years ago, we had our first, I was going to say, live action comic book, more or less live action. It was with Super Tweetness and Baldy, and that was aside from the introduction videos, that was a six-part video series.
Well, and some of it we got to do actually together in my house.
That's right.
A lot of it was, back and forth collabing with people asking you, is Tweet there with you? Because you collab it so well.
And it's quite amusing when I think about it, because we did all those videos. I was going to say old school, because we had to make the videos each on our side. We send them back and forth. We even made Skypes at one time when I was kind of like, I was going to say whistling to you what you're supposed to do, and then you'd do it, and then we'd film it, and you'd send it back to me. And but there was a lot of editing, but it was a lot of fun.
But the funniest thing about me acting is when people act, they forget about the camera.
Yeah.
But I would always look over at the camera.
I know there's one scene.
The pizza place. Yeah.
There's one scene I found very funny. It's in the Super Tweetness being mesmerized, so hypnotized, and you kind of like look up to me and kind of frown like, "Are we over yet?" And then you get up and walk away. So I was just saying, you're looking into the camera. It was kind of funny. But then, years passed by. I was going to say the girls, because you talked about the girls at one point, Addison and Nellie, and particularly Nellie in this case. They were interested in those collabs. We got Nellie in quite a few other collabs over the years. I mean,
oh yeah, she did the
Halloween ones.
The elf.
Elf in the Shelf and the Halloween ones. So you see, she was already in it, wasn't she? I mean, she liked to play act with us. And then now it's been already quite a few years. I got to check in a 2 seconds.
I know they started younger, and that's what you have pictures of when they're younger. And you've been doing the comic books, and they're older now, so there's still this young look in your comic books, but
I know. I mean, and then
taller or something, yeah.
And the thing is, then after a few years, we was going to say comic cons became very popular, where people dressed up, and there was a lot of superheroes in those comic cons. And then I had the idea, and we chatted together, and we decided to do it in a different type of collaboration. is that we took pictures from the comic books, sorry, from the videos.
From the video. Yeah. Well, let me tell you this. Bernie did all that work. He is a master. He's going to be a master at making the comic books for sure.
Well, yeah, but I mean, these are all scenes of, I was going to say, these are all scenes with pictures that we grabbed here and there. I mean, some of them are a little bit out of this world, but
yeah, I mean, you do a really good job, and you've become a professional at it.
now that is one thing that
How many books have you made now?
Pardon?
How many books have you made?
We have, let me see now. We've got Super Tweetness, the comic book.
Mm-hmm.
This is one where we started introducing more and more Super Nelly Bean. So that is Mystery at the County Fair. That is actually one of my favorites. I really like this one. Then
really gets into these characters and stuff.
then we've got The Consortium Strikes Back. That is really, the villains are really into it. They have had enough with, especially with this young lady, because
yes,
they have to try and solve the Super Nelly Bean problem. And I really liked it because Nelly really got into it, because I mean, all of these are pictures that you took of Nelly.
Yeah, well, I had them posing in different things and laying on a cushion so that they looked like they were flying. And Bernie incorporated that. That's how he makes them look like they're flying. They're actually laying on a foot cushion, whatever, a foot thing. And they had a blast posing for all that stuff.
I'm just checking quickly. I sure hope that we are recording still. I can't see anything, but yeah, pause and stop. I was worried.
Yeah, it says recording right there.
Okay. Then there was this one. This is basically the Super Nelly Bean in, I was going to say 95% of the comic book in this one. And this is a really, really good one. It's,
yeah, the girls love seeing their self in the comic books too.
And in this one, actually, what is kind of cute is that when Nelly Bean, when Nelly got into it, her cousin Addison was kind of interested, but then when she saw the pictures, I guess she thought like, hey, I'd like to be it. But what I found really, really funny is Addison, in a way, steered the comic as it is now, because
she's the villain.
She said, I don't want to be a superheroine. I want to be a supervillain.
Right. She is the villain.
And she had the cushion or pillow. We have had a big debate on how to call it.
Yeah, it was that blue pillow, and you call it a cushion, which it is, but it's a flimsy pillow, which is her magical pillow.
And she told us what it was going to be used for, and of course I added a little bit onto it, but really not that much.
She was telling you what to do at one point. She was on in it, and she's just like her Aunt Claire with evil and looking at evil stuff, and oh my gosh, yeah.
And of course, what is kind of cute, I would say, in the whole thing is that you have that friendly but nevertheless competition between the two cousins. And excuse me.
Oh yeah, they even when they're here, they'll play being
And so of course, you know, you've got to have, I was going to say, on the one hand, I've got to have the good side win, but of course, winning doesn't mean it comes easy. And so there's that whole story.
Well, and there's always a lesson learned.
There usually is, yes. Like this, the last
one. And Bernie has sent me every one of those books. Thank you, Bernie.
The last one right now is, which is in print, I was going to say, the last one in print is Pushed Over the Edge, which actually is an unfinished book in a way, because it has...
You always make it continued. It continues to the next book.
Well, in a way, here we can see a little bit what's going to happen. We got the the forces of good versus the forces of evil. And it's a complicated bit actually in there. By the way, do you see the chef?
Yes. I see you.
Now, what happened though
Ding
over
ding.
what happened though over the years, and that was actually in a way a little bit complicated, was the fact is in a way I had more pictures because you took them of the girls than I did of you as Super Tweetness, and that forced me up to a point to make a costume change at one point.
Yeah. A couple of them I said, you could throw that one out. I'm not, no.
Oh, that's a funny story though, because I have a few friends that come over here, and the comic books are like either hanging around or I've been working on them, or there's one good lady friend of ours, when she comes over, she wants to look at the comic books.
Yeah.
And so, oh, I've been called, just, I'm right in the middle of a video. And she likes to say, she likes to see, especially like the interaction between, because she's like into it. She says, "Oh, that's the grandma, that's the granddaughter." But I have another a man friend who, when he looks at him, he's always, at first he brought out this comment that really made me laugh. He said, "Where does she get all those costumes?"
Yeah.
And I thought, well, at first I got him going a little bit. I said, in America, they've got these comic cons. And actually, having said that, you probably could find costumes like that.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, going to geocaching, they're having a big event and it's the Roaring 20s. Yeah, you can find all kinds of costumes of anything. Yeah.
No, so the thing is, I mean, of course, it evolves. When we started the comic book in the beginning, it was quite a bit like I was almost going to say a Supergirl type thing. There's the Tweety Night, and then, which was, of course, like Kryptonite in that respect. And, but then.
Oh, yeah, we did that one here at my house.
We did, yeah.
I'm telling you, yeah, those were fun doing the physical collabs too. And
yeah, I mean, there was a lot of fun.
Dwindled off from YouTube. A lot of people dwindled away from YouTube.
That's right. But I think, the thing about the books is that, in a way, the girls, it was really much the girls got into it. And over the years, I mean, as we can see over the years with the comic books, it's like they're growing into it. And Super Tweetness is kind of like, she's not becoming completely secondary, but it's, the girls are important in that respect. And it was, and they're learning from Super Tweetness. And I think that's part of the fun bit. So yeah, I guess that it was nice to see, I find it was nice to see over the years how collabs can move. And I mean, we've done so many other ones beside that. I mean, we're talking about this one because it's the oldest or the longest lasting one, but we've done so many others. I'm thinking of one that we made really, really enjoyed, was with Barney Fife. And
oh my gosh, and Halloween and
yeah,
I mean, with Barney and
Thelma Lou.
And Thelma Lou.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I thought that, it was nice for us to just come together. I mean, we could talk, I could talk about the Super Tweetness comic book, because I've got this whole scenario in my head, how it's going, and
this man has quite an imagination.
The evolution of the characters and the evolution of the villains as well.
Yeah.
And it's a nice thing. If you go back and watch the videos though, you'll notice that the villains seem to have the same head all the time.
You should link some of the collabs we did down at the bottom of the video when you do.
That would be nice. Yeah, like the Elmer, the Barney Fife ones, and we didn't make Elmer Fudd, but we made
the Pumpkin Patch one. And Igor at the cave.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's just been so many. We had probably the first live action collab that we made was called The Perils of Tweetness.
Uh-huh.
That was the one here where you happened to walk into the mad scientist and
The
Igor.
mad scientist.
That's when
And you had the
Igor,
googly eye.
that's right. That's the first Igor.
And that's Igor was created coming
Yeah.
down the stairs.
And then we had the one at your place where we're all, well, I was with Dan, where we were all
Exercise.
exercising and obese. So,
He
you know,
too. He even talks about that, how he got to dress up and we all were doing it.
I think the thing is, you know, I mean, this is really for me in a way, when I look at the collabs, I look at Nellie, like she was posing, she's smiling, and I mean, and this is what.
Now think about it though. Yeah, she was on a cushion and you made that look like she's in the air.
Yeah.
That was so amazing.
And that is really part of the fun. And I mean, when she looks at those, she's happy, and in a way I'm happy, you know, and it's yeah, it just brings back a lot of good memories as well. You know.
Yeah.
You know what? I think we're gonna stop there.
Yeah.
We had a good chat about collabs and so on, and it's nice. You know, I guess I mean I'm not going to stop on a downer, but it is true that there were so many collabs before on YouTube that made it a lot of fun, and it would be nice if some of this started over again. But you know,
yeah,
life goes on,
and it's good to remember. You know, yeah, life does go on, and sometimes not for the best, but looking positive, right?
Okay, so
watch these videos that they make you laugh and make you happy and smile. So.
I guess in that respect, we'll say DC and Tweetness signing off.
Toodly doo, ta ta.
Bye. Take care, everybody. I'm going to close this recording. Bye bye.
Okay.